We have review offers on property county acquired through tax sales.
The first offer in your notebook will be your second page, first spring sheet. That is an offer on Clover Circle that's located down in the Morrisburg community. That offer is by Roger Price, and he is offering $400. This is just a small strip of land, as you can see from that you should each have a tax map attached. It's just a very small, it's almost just a little bank. His property is attached to this that he currently lives in his residence. And he would like to offer $400.
Just out of curiosity, which one of these is his property?
The map didn't blow it up, but I believe that his is the one that's gonna be down here in this kind of corner, because it zooms in on this map, or on this parcel.
How long has this been on the tax roll? Not been on the tax roll?
That's what I was going to ask.
72 months. It came off the tax roll in December of 2014.
I move we accept his offer.
I second.
I have a motion and all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. We will accept his offer.
Your next green sheet should be just a couple pages over. And it is from Ava Moore. It is for the parcels at Independence Avenue. That's up in the Mount Carmel Church. It's Mount Carmel area. She is offering $100. There is a house that sits on that property, and you will also be hearing from Mr. Vince Kushner regarding that property as well. So I don't know if you want to hold off on this particular parcel for the moment and skip over to Camelot and then come back so that you can hear this offer in conjunction with what Mr. Kushner is here to say.
I think that might be the best. To
Yeah,
get him to do that.
And that's, at that point, we didn't know how we were gonna set up this book, so I just wanted to give that option to you.
Okay.
And then the last one is the Camelot property. That is by Glenda and Kenneth Bussell. And this is all the remaining properties that the county owns of Camelot that's actually on the counties, that the county actually owns. They have purchased quite a bit of land up here over in Camelot, and they're offering $350 to get these remaining parcels.
Okay, and these have been on the tax roll for,
Two of them have been off the tax roll for, and the biggest portion of them have been off the tax roll for 38 years and 10 months.
30.
I got a question before we make a decision on it. Could you explain again why we haven't closed the deal out on the last properties that we agreed to take the offers on?
One of them has been completed, which is the Flatwoods. The Camelot property we've had an in-house auction on, and then the other one I haven't set the in-house auction. As I explained to you, I was out for most of February with COVID, and I realize it's been a long time since we've met, but I didn't feel comfortable holding meetings with COVID.
Well, we agreed on this back in July of last year.
You did, and then it didn't go to the county commission until August, and then we had to publish and all that, and then we've had an in-house meeting.
So when are we going to do the paperwork to transfer this into the tax roll?
Should be completed anytime.
I'm sorry, I'm hard of hearing.
I can get it completed within the next couple of weeks.
It's hard for me to analyze. We've been almost a year putting this back on the tax record, and we agreed to it. I don't think there should be any kind of excuse by that time period. Maybe no one feels that way, but that's my personal opinion.
I'll take the blame for it, but in all due respect, this property was on the tax roll for quite.
I'm not blaming anybody.
But, like I said, I'm fine with that, but
I
this is.
just wanted, I mean, we need to get this back into what we get from tax funds coming in.
I agree. These would clear up the remaining lots of Camelot. There are other lots that the county should own, but we do not own. They're not owned by the county. Steps have never been taken to.
so would this
This will take care of all the
Of
Camelot.
everything that we own.
Not of everything that we own, no. This will take care of everything in Camelot.
That's what I'm saying,
Yes.
everything in Camelot that we own.
Yeah, yes.
So we would,
No, yes, with the exception of those properties that have never been pursued by the county.
okay.
But this gets rid of Camelot, and then you're down to, we had some people call last week about a couple other properties that are not included here, but they have not come in to place any bids. They just called to inquire. So you all have almost cleared the whole, all of those properties that have been on the delinquent tax.
Okay, so we're down to just a very few properties
You are.
right now that we
Actually, yes.
actually own.
Yeah, you guys have, as of today, you've returned $108,000 and $108,600 back to the tax roll.
Okay.
And that does not include all of these properties. That is all prior properties. So y'all done quite a bit of work.
I'll make a motion to accept.
I'll second.
Motion has been made and seconded that we accept the offer of, and it is what, $350? $350 for the Camelot properties. All in favor? Aye. Okay, we will accept that.
And I can move and allow Mr. Fisher to come up here and discuss in conjunction
Yes.
this middle offer, which will be the Avon North.
Mr. Pishner, I don't know if the committee knows who you are, but this is Mr. Vince Pishner. He is the building inspector for the city of Mount Carmel, and he's also Hawkins County stormwater manager. Mr. Donnie Talley is from the Bulls Gap area. I think you've met Miss Glenda Davis before, Rogersville, and Keith Gibson from Churchill.
I've known Ben for a while.
Mr. Pishner is here this morning to speak to us about a property that is owned by the county that went through the delinquent tax sale. That's how we acquired the property. The city of Mount Carmel is wanting to condemn the property. So with that said, I'll let Mr. Pishner talk to you.
Well, I came down, Sarah had told me that a fellow was considering making a bid. I seen now that they made a bid for the property. The house is run down. I've got a fact sheet here that outlines all the different problems with the Crocs Avenue. And I came down this morning, I was wanting to talk to the county about the process of condemning the house and having it removed. If we have an offer that you all want to accept, and it's someone that's willing to take the time and has the means to rehab the property, I'm sure the city would have no objection to that. But we would have objection if it's something that will take several years to do. It's an eyesore. I considered buying, and I've got a granddaughter, and paying rent on an apartment for her. I was gonna put her in it. I walked in, it's a cash cow. It's gonna take a lot to rehab the house. Someone wants to spend money, God bless them, but they can do so. But, as that fact sheet presents, the house is in terrible shape. Now, I understand the young man that wants to buy it, and he probably has the necessary skills if he has the resources, you know, and willing to spend the money. It sits up on a hillside, and I think you need a four-wheel drive to get up to it. It's a short driveway straight up, and the property goes up slope to the railroad, covered with kudzu. Previous owner has removed the heating system, has removed the commode, the lavatory, the kitchen sink. Needs egress windows and bedrooms. It's full of rubbish. Electric wires are coming out the wall and coming out the ceiling in various places. So I was, like I say, I was coming down to see if we could get the commissions. Mount Carmel would be willing, I think, to help tear it down, not tear it down themselves. We'd rather go through a lengthy condemnation process. Like I said, just if y'all want to accept this offer, just make sure that whoever's buying it, you know, I'll be after them 6 months to a year if they're not doing anything.
Can I
and
ask,
condemning it on them.
Mr. Pitcher, how much would it cost the county to have this building torn down and removed?
If this, I would estimate anywhere from 4,000 to 8,000.
And would the city of Mount Carmel be willing to help out with some of that
I
cost?
talked to the city manager, we believe that the commission, the BMA would be willing to share in that cost. We would have one request with it, that if we do so, that we'd be able to use that driveway and that space where the house is now to get to the next house. It's also going to have to be condemned. Right now, it's an accessibility problem. We've got 3 houses in a row there. It's in bad shape. It's straight up a bank road. It's getting to them to turn down. It's one problem you have in condemning them. Not only you have the resources to take them down, but how you get to it. And the middle house, you gotta go through it's straight up a bank to it. So I think Mount Carmel would be willing to help with this. I talked to city manager, but, we would want them to have that consideration of using that property for access to take other action.
I know that the gentleman that is making the offer on the property will not be able to start work on it until maybe the fall. Is there a timeline that the city of Mount Carmel would give him? He did say, though, he would have someone to keep it mowed this summer and cleaned.
If he keeps it mowed and clean, he can get someone to clean up the outside, I'll work with him. I'll give him till this time next year to make progress. If he's not making progress, I would anticipate initiating condemnation action.
Who would assume the liability on, if we allow y'all to use it? As far as the insurance, who's gonna,
I think we'd have to have, an agreement in writing,
I mean,
memorandum of understanding at the very least,
Well, the way the property is now, the county owns the property. It's our property. Now, I've had to send my maintenance guys up there last summer. They were having to go up there and mow, cut the bank down and take care of it. That's our paid help, our gas money, our equipment. So if we do take this offer, it works out, everybody wins. The city of Mount Carmel wins, the county wins, the person who's acquiring the property wins.
but I'm saying if we don't accept this offer and Mount Carmel, it helps us, get rid of the house, tear it down and so forth, we still own the property, and if somebody gets hurt on that property.
Well, as Vince said, we would have to have some kind of agreement if it gets to that point.
Okay, that's
we'd have to,
I
I'm
just
sure
want to go on record.
both the BMA and Mount Carmel and the county commission would have to approve the document, I think.
That's the only way to get to the other properties, is that right? Is that my understanding?
It's the only
Accessible?
accessible way. You could go across the property, the third property. It's not real steep in the back of the other property. We'd have to buy a right of way to use it or somehow get a right of way to
But
go
that would
across.
be, if we sold this property, then it would be up to him
It would be up to
and the
them.
city to make agreement
Yes, ma'am.
of getting through that. We wouldn't have anything to do with it.
The other two properties, are they in the process of being condemned, or?
They're on my list.
Who owns those property, Mr. Fisher?
Individuals, I don't know their names right off the top of my head. There are two different individuals owns those.
You want to live in the two properties?
Pardon?
Is anybody living in those two properties?
They're, all 3 houses are vacant. This house you're looking at now, the previous owner lived there for 2 years after the tax sale. I'm the one that told him that he didn't own it anymore.
So this has been on the tax roll
Since 2015, to my knowledge.
Yeah, this has not been on the tax roll since 2012, one of the parcels, and 2016, the other two parcels. This is the property that when Mr. Fisher brought it to the attention of the county, that's when you guys first got involved and said we need to send a letter out to get these people off out of their house, because they lived there for, as he said, 2 years.
So this was the one we talked about,
Yes.
this is the piece of
Where-
property we talked about.
Where Mr. Phillips had to send letters and
Right.
everything to get those out, and the county wasn't aware that anyone was still continuing to reside in that property until Mr. Fisher brought it to the attention of the county.
Okay.
This is the one you wanted me to go by, and
It is.
Yeah, yeah. I remember this piece.
I could've moved you in.
I referred it to one of our most better known renters of real estate, and he drove to the driveway, bottom of the driveway, and shook his head and said,
And this is the only person who's truly been interested, as Mr. Fisher said, initially he was interested for his granddaughter. Ms. Davis and I drove up there probably about a year and a half ago and stuck a for sale sign by owner in the yard. We've had no interest until this gentleman has, it's kind of piqued his interest. There's been nobody else who's had any, we've not had any phone calls, no one, nothing, until this gentleman said, I'm willing to buy it for, as long as the county will work with me for a little bit of time.
I make a motion that on everything that we talked about go in on the record, but I make a motion that we accept this offer.
I'll second it.
I have a motion and a second that we accept this offer. Do we need to, Sarah, do we need to add anything to that other than?
I don't
once we
know
sell
that I don't know that we can, we just have to accept this offer, and then,
And then it would be up to you all to,
the city of Mount Carmel and the new owner, once the property's been transferred.
okay. We have a motion and a second that we accept this offer. All in favor? Aye. All opposed?
thank you.
We have that one accepted.
And that concludes all the properties.
This is all the
It
properties.
is, I just wanted you to discuss Independence Avenue in conjunction with Mr. Fisher, so you're aware that he also had other concerns regarding the property.
Okay. Yeah.
I wanna say this, Whitney, you be commended for what you've done on this.
Yes.
I've heard people saying that would never be sold, and putting this together, and I'm tickled to see this come off the
You've
books.
done